Hey guys, what's up? Emo Cat Dad here, bringing you not an episode of Emo Cat Dad Listens. So it's Sunday morning. You may have realized that there was no video Friday or Saturday. For complete transparency purposes, Friday I was going to a concert. Generally, when I have plans at nighttime, I will shoot the video the day before and then get up early before going to work, and I will edit it all. Thursday was just too crazy. I did not have the time. So basically Friday morning, I still got up early, but I basically just shot the video and prepared to edit it. And my plan was basically to, come back at, midnight, whatever it was after the show, and edit it and get it up, just a little past midnight. By the time I got back, as I'm sure you can hear, I kind of lost my voice a little bit. And honestly, I wasn't feeling it. I told myself, I'm just going to go to bed. I'll do it first thing in the morning. First thing yesterday morning, I did start editing that video, figuring, okay, I'll get this one out in the morning. I'll get another one out tonight and I'll be caught up. But honestly, I just wasn't into it. I've been feeling a little burned out the last little while. Of course, doing one of these a day is time consuming. Just the whole listening to the songs and shooting probably takes about close to a half hour, and then editing takes another about an hour, plus all the waiting times in between to get the video into the editing program, get it out of the editing program, get it up on YouTube. All that waiting takes time too. I've just been burnt out on it. Like last year when I was doing a CD of the day on socials, I started thinking about what I was going to do the next year, and that's where I landed on this idea. And I did have fun with it, and I heard a bunch of great bands that I probably wouldn't have listened to otherwise. So I'm thankful for that. But I started thinking about other ideas of things I wanted to do in my mind, thinking for next year. And I had this one idea that I'm actually really excited about that I think I'm going to get started on. There's going to be a little lull in between because I got to create assets. So basically, I grew up going to Warped Tour. I've said that multiple times. I went to a date every year from 2005 to 2018, the last cross-country Warped Tour. And then in 2019, I went to the Atlantic City anniversary show. And that was basically my life during that time. I lived and breathed Warped Tour. When they announced it was ending, I was upset. I literally cried leaving my last one in 2018, despite having a pretty good idea that they were doing something in 2019, because they were very careful as to say that this was the last cross-country tour. But in any event, I feel like I have a special connection with the bands of that time, having lived through the excitement of the Warped Tour lineup dropping, discovering new bands that were going to be playing the dates I went, and actually going and seeing them, and in some cases seeing bands grow before my eyes from year to year. So I decided that we should do a tier list of every band that's ever played Warped Tour. It's going to be called the Vans Warped Tiers. Now, I don't want to just do a video like this where I'm standing in front of a wall of Funko Pops talking at you. These videos are much more polished, and honestly, that was always going to be my plan going forward. Part of the reason I want to do the one band a day is just make a basic video so that I can get my editing skills better, so that I can hopefully the following year make more polished videos. So that's the plan. Now, part of this, because I want to start doing more polished, is I got to create a lot of assets, so that's going to take some time. And as I already said, feeling pretty burnt out, so I want to take some time that I don't have to worry about doing anything, whether that's, taking a weekend off, or maybe just not doing anything during the week, before or after work, and just trying to get stuff done on the weekend when I have more time available to me. So I'm really excited about that project. The more I thought about it, I probably first started thinking about it about maybe a month ago, and just kind of the ideas have kept flowing as to what I can do with that. And I realized very quickly that that's something I'm more excited about than this going forward. But that wasn't the only reason. Obviously, I'm currently burned out. I've considered, maybe I just take a break and say, I couldn't do this. I'm going to come back. Or, I had toyed with the idea when I'd first started doing it, because I did not think I would even make it to the end of May doing videos every day. I thought, oh, I'll try this for a little bit. If it gets too much, then maybe I do shorter videos where, I just basically do a short where I say, hey, I just listened to this band for the first time. This was my favorite song. I really liked how they did this and this and this. I also checked out these songs. They were okay, but not as strong, and called it a day. That was under consideration. But that didn't help with my editing skills, which is really what I wanted to bring up. Another option was to do one video a week where I basically did a catch up, saying, on Sunday a video would come out where it's like, hey, on Monday I checked out this band, on Tuesday I checked out this band, and then kind of rank them throughout the week. That was under consideration as well, but that would still require me to do some stuff during the week. So I was hesitant to take that on. Like, yes, if I had an empty Sunday, I could probably pump it all out. But even if I had one thing on Sunday, then I got to start thinking about, okay, maybe Saturday morning I got to get started on this, or Friday after work. Whereas the Warped Tour videos aren't time specific. I can kind of do little things here and there throughout the week and not have to worry. Like, maybe I want a script one day because I'm just sitting in front of the TV with my wife. That's an option. Not really an option if I kept the Emo Cat Dad Listens going. So, all that to say, Emo Cat Dad Listens is dead for now. It could come back in some formation, maybe once I get the Warp Tier videos up and running and I feel like I get comfortable with that. Then maybe I can spare a couple hours a week to say, okay, I'm going to do Emo Cat Dad Listens again. It's not going to be daily. It's going to be a weekly or maybe even monthly thing. So I'm sorry if you're only subbing to me to check out new bands. It's not going to be as common going forward, but it's still going to happen. But if you unsub, I completely understand. If you don't care about Warped Tour, that's cool. I'm still going to have some stuff that doesn't touch on that, but this is just something I'm really excited for right now, and I feel like I need to go forward with it. So if you're willing to stick around with me, I appreciate it. If you're not, I completely understand, but this is just an honest update as to how I'm doing, and I hope you guys can understand. And if you just stumbled upon this video, then maybe you want to do me the solid and cut my wrist and hit subscribe. Emo Cat Dad signing off for now. Until next time, I want to hear you sad.